What if you could reshape your metabolism, enhance your body's insulin response, and even lower your need for medications, all by simply adjusting how and when you eat? Sounds almost too good to be true, right? But it's not. Intermittent fasting and low-calorie meals have been shown to impact the hormones that control glucose and fat metabolism, setting the stage for better blood sugar control and improved overall health. But how do these dietary changes trigger such powerful hormonal shifts? And what role do these methods play in supporting long-term health? Stick around as we dive into the science behind intermittent fasting and uncover 3 key methods that can help manage blood sugar like never before. Let's begin. 1:1 time restricted, the 16:8 method. In time-restricted eating, fasting affects circadian rhythm alignment, which directly influences insulin gene expression and pancreatic beta cell function. Studies reveal that restricting eating to daylight hours enhances the amplitude of insulin secretion rhythms. This not only improves insulin sensitivity, but also reduces oxidative stress in peripheral tissues. The internal biological clock plays a major role in regulating glucose metabolism beyond caloric intake. Misaligned eating patterns, even with similar calorie intake, increase the risk of glucose intolerance. The 16:8 method, fasting for 16 hours and eating in an 8-hour window, has been proven to help diabetics by aligning their eating patterns with natural circadian rhythms. This approach helps to maintain a consistent insulin secretion cycle and reduces postprandial glucose spikes. Research shows that eating during an 8-hour window improves insulin sensitivity and lowers fasting glucose levels. It also helps reduce body fat, which is critical for managing insulin resistance. Consistency and meal timing stabilize the body's glucose regulation mechanisms. Studies showed that early TR eating, between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m., reduced 24-hour glucose levels without weight loss. This indicates benefits independent of body fat reduction, especially in individuals with impaired glucose tolerance. Liver fat content also declined, which improves hepatic insulin sensitivity. Night eating disrupts melatonin-insulin interaction, worsening glucose control regardless of meal quality. TR helps synchronize feeding with natural hormonal patterns. Longer fasting windows increase autophagic activity in pancreatic beta cells, which improves their survival under diabetic stress. Autophagy dysfunction contributes to beta cell failure in type 2 diabetes. By enhancing cellular cleaning processes, TR indirectly supports insulin production longevity. This is especially beneficial for early-stage diabetics aiming to preserve endogenous insulin output. Even short-term TR shows mitochondrial efficiency gains in muscle cells, reducing intracellular glucose buildup. TR also influences lipid metabolism by shifting substrate usage from glucose to free fatty acids earlier in the day. Fat oxidation increases during the fasting window, preventing hepatic fat accumulation. It also improves adiponectin levels, which regulate glucose uptake and inflammatory pathways. This change supports long-term cardiovascular health, a major concern in diabetic patients. TR provides these benefits without altering macronutrient composition or caloric intake significantly. Another key benefit of time-restricted eating, 16:8, lies in its impact on mitochondrial function and cellular energy production. During the fasting period, the body shifts its energy production from glucose to fat, which triggers a series of metabolic processes that enhance mitochondrial efficiency. Mitochondria are the powerhouse of cells, and improving their function is crucial for energy metabolism in individuals with diabetes. Mitochondrial dysfunction often contributes to poor glucose utilization and insulin resistance. TR has been shown to increase mitochondrial biogenesis, which supports better energy production and enhances the body's ability to handle glucose more efficiently. Mitochondrial improvement is especially important for insulin-sensitive tissues like muscle and liver, further supporting glucose regulation. Additionally, TR may have a beneficial effect on gut microbiota composition. The eating window in TR encourages the body's natural rhythm of digestion and metabolism, allowing the gut to properly digest and process food without the constant overstimulation from eating throughout the day. Research has shown that fasting windows like those seen in TR promote healthy shifts in gut bacteria, which are linked to improved glucose metabolism. This shift toward a balanced gut microbiome not only supports digestion, but also helps regulate insulin sensitivity and reduces systemic inflammation, two key factors in managing diabetes. 2.2. Modified fasting, 5-2 diet. The 5-2 method forces the body into periodic energy stress that upregulates AMPK, activated protein kinase, a key enzyme regulating insulin receptor activity. When activated, AMPK increases glucose transport via GLUT4 channels in skeletal muscle, independent of insulin. This bypasses insulin resistance and directly lowers circulating glucose levels. This mechanism is especially effective in insulin-resistant individuals. AMPK also enhances mitochondrial biogenesis and fat oxidation on fasting days. The 5-2 diet involves eating normally for 5 days and restricting calories to 500 to 600 on the remaining 2 non-consecutive fasting days. Studies show that even modest calorie restriction on fasting days can significantly improve glucose metabolism and insulin sensitivity. On low-calorie days, ketone production increases, which reduces hepatic glucose production and improves insulin dynamics. The intermittent reduction in calorie intake lowers fasting insulin levels without the need for constant caloric restriction. This method has been linked to better weight management and improved blood sugar control. In 5-2 fasting, there's a reduction in mTOR, signaling during calorie-restricted days, which has protective effects on endothelial function. Elevated mTOR is linked to diabetic neuropathy and vascular inflammation. Intermittent inhibition reduces this risk and promotes capillary health in the retina and kidneys. This vascular benefit is unique to energy restriction strategies and is not matched by general calorie control. It also reduces insulin-like growth factor 1, which contributes to glucose dysregulation in obesity. Studies showed that practicing the 5-2 diet for 12 weeks reported a significant drop in ALT levels, a marker of liver inflammation and early fibrosis. This suggests improved liver health even in the absence of large weight changes. Liver dysfunction often precedes overt hypoglycemia in diabetes progression. The 5-2 pattern modulates hepatic glucose output and reduces de novo lipogenesis. This effect is more consistent on fasting days than calorie restriction every day. The 5-2 diet promotes enhanced lipid oxidation on fasting days, which benefits those with diabetes by shifting the body's preference toward fat as the primary fuel source. This helps spare glucose, keeping blood sugar levels steady and providing a metabolic shift that favors fat burning. On fasting days, the body's reliance on fat as an energy source increases, which helps manage visceral fat, the type of fat most detrimental to insulin sensitivity. Over time, this can lead to reduced fat storage around the liver and muscles, helping improve insulin receptor function and reducing insulin resistance. In addition to these metabolic benefits, the 5-2 method influences gene expression related to oxidative stress, which plays a critical role in diabetes progression. The intermittent fasting cycle has been shown to activate pathways like NRF2, a gene that protects against cellular damage caused by oxidative stress. This process becomes particularly important for diabetic patients whose cells are often damaged due to excess glucose in the bloodstream. By mitigating oxidative stress through the 5-2 fasting pattern, cells remain healthier and the body maintains more efficient insulin signaling, which can help reduce the need for medication over time. This method also shifts leptin and ghrelin secretion, reducing appetite over time and supporting long-term adherence. Ghrelin, which typically rises in chronic calorie restriction, remains stable or even decreases with 5-2 due to non-consecutive fasting. This minimizes rebound overeating and emotional hunger. Leptin sensitivity also improves, especially in visceral fat regions. 3-3. Alternate day fasting, ADF. Alternate day fasting triggers a stronger metabolic shift compared to other fasting models due to the longer and more frequent fasting. Windows. Repeated exposure to fasting stress improves glucose disposal rate independent of insulin action. Clinical data shows that glucose infusion rate during clamp tests improved significantly in ADF participants. This reflects higher peripheral tissue sensitivity and faster glucose uptake. These improvements often remain after 4 weeks of consistent practice. Alternate day fasting, ADF, involves fasting every other day, typically limiting caloric intake to around 500 calories on fasting days, while eating normally on non-fasting days. Studies suggest this approach significantly improves insulin sensitivity and reduces visceral fat. The metabolic shift that occurs during fasting helps to lower blood glucose levels while increasing the body's ability to burn fat. ADF has been linked to improved regulation of glucose metabolism, even without substantial weight loss. ADF reduces inflammatory cytokines like IL-6 and TNF-alpha more profoundly than time-restricted feeding. Chronic inflammation contributes to beta cell dysfunction and impaired glucose signaling. Lower cytokine levels restore normal receptor function at the cellular level. Inflammation suppression also delays progression to complications like neuropathy and cardiovascular disease. These benefits stem not only from weight loss, but from fasting-induced immune modulation. The fasting days promote higher levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor BDNF, which enhances autonomic nervous system control over pancreatic insulin release. Poor autonomic function in diabetics often leads to unstable glucose patterns and gastroparesis. BDNF also supports neurovascular health, which is essential for preventing diabetic neuropathy. This neuroprotective effect makes ADF particularly promising for older adults with diabetic nerve damage. Alternate day fasting, ADF, not only enhances insulin sensitivity, but also promotes improved lipid metabolism, which is crucial for diabetic management. During fasting, the body switches from utilizing glucose to burning stored fat as its primary energy source. This shift helps reduce excess body fat, particularly visceral fat, which is closely linked to insulin resistance, metabolic dysfunction, and diabetes. Over time, this fat-burning process results in reduced fat stores in key areas such as the liver and abdominal region, both of which are major contributors to insulin resistance. Furthermore, ADF has been shown to lower triglyceride levels and improve the lipid profile, reducing the risk of cardiovascular diseases. Common complications for diabetics. By promoting fat oxidation and improving cholesterol levels, ADF provides a dual benefit: better blood sugar control and enhanced heart health, which is essential for long-term diabetic management. ADF's profound metabolic impact extends beyond glucose regulation, particularly in protein metabolism. During fasting days, the body's processes switch to ketogenesis and protein catabolism in a way that preserves lean muscle mass while burning fat. This metabolic flexibility helps prevent muscle loss, which is crucial for those with diabetes who need to maintain muscle mass for better glucose utilization. The body's ability to switch between glucose and fat as a fuel source without muscle degradation makes ADF a powerful tool for improving overall body composition in diabetics. In ADF, prolonged fasting days improve adipose tissue insulin signaling via upregulation of IRS1 protein. This signaling pathway becomes desensitized in obese diabetic patients. With ADF, the tissue regains responsiveness to insulin, allowing for more efficient glucose storage and utilization. This leads to a more predictable glycemic response on feeding days. The effect is more pronounced when fasting is consistent over 3 to 4 weeks. Let's dive into 6 smart, low-calorie meals that align perfectly with these fasting methods and support your blood sugar goals. A bowl of roasted red pepper soup made with vegetable broth, carrots, garlic, and thyme contains around 180 to 220 calories. Roasted peppers are rich in capsaicin and carotenoids, which support anti-inflammatory pathways and improve vascular health. Carrots add beta-carotene, which plays a role in modulating immune cell activity during periods of restricted intake. Garlic contributes to improved endothelial function through allicin. This meal offers thermogenic and antioxidant effects without overloading the digestive system. A serving of stir-fried tofu with bok, choy, and sesame seeds offers 280 to 320 calories. Tofu delivers isoflavones that enhance insulin receptor sensitivity and help regulate lipid profiles under metabolic stress. Bok choy provides glucosinolates that support phase 2 liver detox enzymes, beneficial during fasting. Sesame seeds contain lignans that influence adiponectin release, linked to better glucose regulation. The combination supports hormonal balance and glucose homeostasis without heavy caloric load. Lentil and roasted eggplant stew, lightly spiced with cumin and turmeric, provides around 300 to 350 calories. Lentils are high in amylase starches that ferment in the colon to produce short-chain fatty acids, which influence insulin signaling. Eggplant's nasunin content protects lipid membranes, especially in pancreatic cells under oxidative stress. Turmeric enhances the activity of glucose transporter proteins. This meal promotes metabolic adaptability during reduced energy intake periods. A seaweed and edamame salad with a drizzle of tamari dressing contains 200 to 250 calories. Seaweed contains fucoxanthin, which supports increased fat oxidation and modulates thyroid activity, helpful during calorie restriction. Edamame offers genistein and didzane, which influence glucose metabolism via estrogen receptor pathways. Tamari provides umami flavor without high sugar or fat, enhancing meal satisfaction. The iodine and polyphenol content of this dish support both metabolic and hormonal balance. A baked sweet potato, topped with a light blend of Greek yogurt, paprika, and green onions, provides 280 to 330 calories. Sweet potatoes offer unique phenolic compounds like chlorogenic acid, which slow glucose absorption in the intestines. Greek yogurt contains casein, which prolongs digestion and triggers satiety signals through gut peptides. Paprika provides capsaicin analogues that increase fat oxidation. This meal offers controlled energy release and enhanced post-meal thermogenesis. Stuffed bell peppers with quinoa, black beans, and cilantro lime dressing come to around 300 to 370 calories. Bell peppers are high in vitamin C, which influences cortisol modulation during intermittent fasting. Black beans contribute ferulic acid, which supports nitric oxide production and helps stabilize vascular function. The combination of quinoa and beans enhances the amino acid profile, and supports gluconeogenesis when glucose availability is low. This meal supports steady energy delivery with minimal glycemic disruption. Let's uncover how intermittent fasting reshapes your internal hormone balance. During intermittent fasting, various hormones undergo significant adjustments that contribute to the benefits of each method. One of the key hormones impacted by fasting is growth hormone, GH. GH secretion is triggered by fasting as the body enters a state where it needs to maintain muscle mass and support fat metabolism. The increase in GH is especially prominent in alternate day fasting, ADF, where extended fasting periods of 24 hours or more help the body preserve muscle tissue while simultaneously promoting fat loss. This hormonal change supports a leaner body composition, making it easier for the body to burn fat for fuel. Another critical hormone influenced by fasting is insulin. As fasting periods extend, insulin levels drop significantly, improving insulin sensitivity. The time-restricted eating, TR, method, such as the 16-8 protocol, is particularly effective in improving insulin sensitivity. The controlled fasting window of 16 hours gives the body time to lower insulin levels and prevent spikes. This reduction in insulin secretion helps stabilize blood sugar levels and promotes a better fat-burning environment without inducing extreme hunger or causing energy crashes. This steady insulin regulation is key for those managing blood sugar levels. In addition to the impact on hormones like growth hormone and insulin, fasting triggers autophagy, a vital process for cellular repair and detoxification. Autophagy begins after around 16 to 18 hours of fasting, with the body beginning to break down damaged cells and recycle them. Methods like modified fasting, 5 to 2, simulate fasting by restricting calories for a couple of days per week, which triggers the same beneficial process of autophagy without requiring a prolonged fast. This cellular repair mechanism is crucial in reducing oxidative stress and improving overall cellular function, which may be especially beneficial in managing chronic conditions like diabetes. Next, let's see how strategic fasting can support blood sugar control and potentially cut down on medication. Intermittent fasting can offer a unique approach to reducing the need for diabetes medications by influencing the body's metabolic processes in a way that improves glucose management. Traditional methods. Fasting directly impacts how the body utilizes fat for energy instead of relying heavily on glucose. This shift in energy use helps reduce blood sugar spikes as the body begins to rely less on carbohydrate-based energy. This metabolic shift can lead to less need for medications like insulin and oral hypoglycemics, particularly for individuals with type 2 diabetes. Fasting reduces the frequency of insulin surges, helping to stabilize blood sugar levels with less external intervention. The influence of intermittent fasting on autophagy, the body's natural cellular repair process, also plays a role in improving glucose control. Extended fasting windows trigger autophagy, which helps repair damaged cells, including those involved in insulin production and function. By rejuvenating pancreatic beta cells, which are responsible for producing insulin, intermittent fasting can help restore insulin production to healthier levels. This, in turn, can reduce the reliance on insulin injections or oral medications, especially when combined with time-restricted eating, 16-8, which creates a more consistent insulin sensitivity throughout the day without the fluctuations seen with more frequent meal consumption. Another key factor in reducing the need for medications is the improvement in inflammatory markers through intermittent fasting. Chronic inflammation is often a key factor in insulin resistance, contributing to the development of type 2 diabetes. Fasting has been shown to reduce markers of systemic inflammation, which supports better glucose metabolism and enhances insulin sensitivity over time. This leads to more consistent blood sugar levels, decreasing the need for medications that manage hypoglycemia. With methods like 5-2 fasting, where fasting days are alternated with regular eating days, the reduction in inflammation helps create a more stable internal environment that is less reliant on pharmaceutical intervention. If these strategies opened your eyes to how powerful timing and food choices can be for managing blood sugar, imagine what consistent practice could do over time. Intermittent fasting isn't just a trend, it's a tool backed by real science. So, which method do you think fits your lifestyle best? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more science-based health insights, and share it with someone who needs this knowledge. Your journey to better health starts with one simple step. Why not take it today?